Hey everybody, welcome to let's talk about it, huh? It's Katie Moonchild's World. And as the screen says, I'm Katie. Howdy doody, y'all. Hey Rachel. Uh, Dolly. I'm sorry. Hi. Good to see you. Hey everybody. Anyway, I am here for just a second and bear with me. I'll be right back.
She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with a tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild. She dances on the moon, her spirit lifts up with a tune, spreading kindness around the room. She's Katie Moonchild. She dances on.
Hey everybody, I'm back. Okay, let me figure out how this works to switch it back. See, I'm learning this thing too. I just got all the bells and whistles, so here we go. No, don't want to replace it. Thank you. We'll figure it out. I really will. Anyway, hi. That's what I was looking for. It's a little bit different than StreamYard, but it's kind of the same. Does that make sense? Anyway, hi everybody. Oh, I tell you, it's been a week already, and it's only the second day. Shanita, my darling, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a week already, and this is only Tuesday. Rose, hi. Hey, I knew I'd get you guys to slowly start coming in. It's good to see you all, and welcome. Hey, Shanita, it was cool to see you using Restream the other day. I kind of like it. I went ahead and went for the paid version and, uploaded the intro and all that stuff that I always had over on that other channel. Or that, not channel, but that other thing. Anyway, you're you called your dad yesterday, Rose? Yeah, she was on Restream yesterday. So cool. Hey, it has a free version, and I don't know. I like it. I really like it. Yeah. How is your dad? How did it go? As we kind of warm up a little bit, what's everybody drinking? What's your? I was going to have coffee, but I kind of got distracted by a little short kitty. He's a vet. Veterans Day. Okay. Well, thank you, Rose's dad. My dad as well, and Dolly's too. Thank you, thank you. That I always have been someone who is, um, I don't know. I always look forward to Veterans Day. I don't know why. I guess I think maybe it is because my dad was a World War II vet, and I was always very proud of that. So I guess maybe that's why. Anyhow, Rose is drinking coffee. And Shanita's getting tipsy at the coffee bar. I'm going to go ahead and put this over as an overlay so you guys can see what. It dawned on me by putting the chat over on the screen so everybody can see it. Sometimes YouTube doesn't always put the replay in Doesn't always put the chat in the replay right away. So now it's on the screen. That's another thing that I kind of like about this. And you can put your logo over here on the right or on the left. Have no logo at all if you don't want one. I'm enjoying it. I just did my intro and couldn't figure out how to get me back on. That's the one thing I didn't practice. Oh. Anyway, hey you guys. How you hanging? You all hanging together there? Yeah. Yeah, I think most of us have got a lot of insight as to what's going on now and why. And I'm just going to say this on the political part, and then we'll get out of here, out of this topic. But there's a reason why this all happened. If it would have happened the way we wanted it to, if Kamala would have been elected uh, as hi Fatima, as we all had been praying for, which this is not over. Um, then MAGA, the people, the Trump supporters would be feeling like us, and they would never not, they would never be able to see the truth. And so they had to be shocked by what they voted in. And the shock hasn't even started yet. And it's already starting with them. I was told 10 years ago there would be an event so big in the world that it would cause a mass awakening. Hello. Here we are. You want to know why this was hard on us as card readers, empaths, psychics, mediums, and all that? Reason why it was so hard, a lot of us, it sent us to bed. It pretty much sent me to bed. Wednesday, I couldn't hardly get out of bed. Even though I had a little tyrant cat on my hands. He he seemed to know too. It's like he could feel that energy in the air. But he was very sweet, cuddly, wanted in my lap, just wanted to be pet all day, which is normally not him. Jenny, hi, darling, from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. So he seemed to know that I needed to be grounded. And so he was just the cool kitty. He didn't do 50 million things to get himself in trouble. You know what he did yesterday? Dolly and I have been trying to figure out, trying to suppose he's really smart and like always looking into little tiny peepholes, and if his head will fit, he's gone. And I'm thinking, I wonder if he's going to be a good mouser. And guess what? Yesterday, he caught a little mouse that was about that big. Appropriate size for him. I mean, he's that big. He's grown so much. But he caught a little baby mouse. I was so proud of him. I was so happy. I'm like on, Dolly, he caught a mouse. I didn't let him kill it. I got it away from him and I took it outside. It's probably back in the house by now. But I was so happy. Karu caught a mouse. That's something my other two kitties, Willow, what did towards the end of his life. He developed a taste for them. It was kind of gross. Anyway, good to see y'all. Good to see you. So, let's get started, huh? Where we at? I'm looking at the time. We're only 9 minutes in. We're good. I've been so proud of him. So proud of him. And then he turned around last night and figured out how to get under the bed. And I thought I had my bed all blocked off where he could get under there. Because he can get under. It's a queen size bed. He can get in the middle of the bed and I can't reach him. So if I need to get him for something like the house is on fire or, I can't get to him. So I thought I had the bed blocked. He found a corner right here and down he went. So we've been fighting that little fiasco today because that's all he wants to do. You tell him no, he can't do something. He slicks his ears back and that's all he wants to do. I mean, it's like a 3-year-old. You called your mom, you called mom the next day saying, yeah. Oh, it's not going to get that far. Um, there's governors already filing lawsuits and stuff, so it's not going to get that far. So, on that note, I went ahead and was getting my energy into the the mindful prompts. And 2 cards jumped out at me to take. And the first one is, you always own the option of having, now we've gotten this, of having no opinion. Marcus Aurelius. As you go through the day, say, I don't know. Simply allow for growth by not having an opinion. It's kind of what I've been doing. And I've been focusing on the moment. The future's too scary to contemplate. The past is done. It's over. Can't do anything about that. And parts of that really hurts, like last Tuesday. So, you always have that option to just not either, just don't get engaged in the conversation. You hear people having a conversation or they come up to you, like I ride the bus or I'm sitting at the doctor's office and people will engage in conversations with me. First of all, if there's a negative person in the room, I won't sit in that room. I can feel them before they even open their mouth. Cat, hey girl, good to see you, Cat Shepherd. Yeah, you got here just in time. No matter what time you get here, you're always here just in time, my friend. So, when you got somebody you come across, and then they may try to trigger you, they may be talking about, hey, how wonderful it is, or whatever. Instead of engaging them in the, have you read Project 2025? Just don't have an opinion. Just, you don't have to agree. You don't have to disagree. You can just look at people and smile and then walk away. I'm very blessed that I can feel someone a block away that may not be too healthy for my energy. And I mean that literally. I have literally crossed the street. And I've had a man walking towards me on my side of the street, and he's at the opposite end of the block from me, and I will cross the street if I get that at all from them. So, anyways, for tonight on this one, remember, find your quiet place. Find that place where you can hear, okay? Look for silence. Seek it, because silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. What do you hear in the silence around you? Do you hear that voice in your head? I asked you last time, a couple weeks ago, to ask yourself, who is that voice I hear in my head? Where is that voice coming from? Yeah. Oh, they already are. They already are. I like that, Jenny. Yes. They already reaping what they sow. A lot of them thought, I don't know, that they were in some special club, I guess, that that what he was saying didn't pertain to them because they supported him. He didn't say all y'all but all y'all except, because he doesn't say all y'all. But anyway, hi, Flowing. Good to see you. How you feeling, sweetie? Anyway, so no, you don't have to have an opinion. You don't have to voice it either. It's yours. It's your secret. Hold it close to you. Because let me tell you, there will be things that are going to be happening every single day that's going to change your danged opinion. Because we are in a shift and a growth period. And I don't blame you if you want to just, some days, just go back to bed and pull the covers over your head. Because you know what? That might be the safest place. So today we're also going to talk about self care. I think we're going to do a lot of that. I think we're going to wear out my self care oracle deck. Have a second 100 prompt card, and it's from the Zen category. And it's to remind you what happened last Tuesday is not the end of this because of the great awakening it's causing. Nothing ever goes away until it has taught us what we need to know. Peña Calderon. Meditate for 5 minutes on a problem you're facing. Be inquisitive and emotionally detached. Ask questions to get to the source. How many of you, when you meditate, you just kind of go along for the ride? And how many of you try to direct your ride? There's an integration in being able to kind of direct where you're going. Have it in your intention before you start your meditation. And on the other side, now this is, of course, this is wonderful. I love this. Who said this one? Okay, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. I love that quote. I have heard that more than once in my life. And that was said by Soren Kierkegaard. Obviously, I have a feeling he's Finnish or from Greenland. Anyway, what advice would future you be telling the present you right now? Woo! What advice would the future you be telling the present you about what you're going through right now? Maybe that'll help you decide whether you actually have an opinion or not. You're having trouble sleeping? Yes. My therapist is sending me a collage that, a colleague that can prescribe Ativan. You know, I go for it, girlfriend. Do it. And my mother passed away. Actually, no. When they put my mother, and I say they because my brother and my cousins decided to do it. When they took my mom out of my care and put her in a nursing home, it was such a shock to me and my system. I felt like my mother died, but I was surrounded by all of her stuff, and I couldn't get rid of her stuff because she was still alive, even though she didn't live here anymore. And that flipped my head so bad that when I contacted my doctor and I told her what was going on, the doctor said, "Well, you're grieving, Katie. What can we do to help you?" And so I would tell her more about what was going on, and she was like, "I'm going to prescribe you a low dose of Ativan so that if you need to take more than one, you can." I only took it like once or twice, and it calmed me down enough that I got mad at myself for not controlling myself and letting my power go away. but I had it in case I needed it. I didn't use it, but I had it in case I needed it. So that's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm saying, Kat, go for it. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, girl? We're here for you. And you know, I'm on Instagram if you need me. I check it several times a day. So you can private message me there always. I'm more than happy to. And hopefully we'll get the Discord going really soon. I was going to say, if life would slow down like Thanksgiving, and then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's, then it's spring, it's like we can always come up with an excuse. So, Dolly, what can we do? Let's you and I, like, maybe not this week. See, here we go. My week is packed with doctor's appointments. Let's get together and get the Discord up so that we can get on there and we can reach out to each other, um, so that we're here as a real, true, honest community of friends and family, people who need each other. Oh man, yes, the downloads have been real from Spirit. And they've been happening right before I go to bed. And that is when the house is quiet. That's when I get mine too. I will lay down and I start my affirmations and I'll get about halfway through. And the downloads start happening. And the next thing I know, I wake up and it's morning. So, and I'm exhausted. So, and I wake up with help. So that sounded really interesting. Yeah, and I wake up with help. Koru smells my nose. He's got really long whiskers and they tickle my whole face. So he's smelling my nose, but I feel it's whiskers down here and he wakes me up. The Discord is ready? Okay. Oh, I'd love to do that. I don't either day. Tomorrow I'm getting a COVID shot. I may not feel like it tomorrow, so you want to do it later on today? This evening? Sounds good to me. Yeah, Dolly, let's do that. So then we can start handing out the link and decide who we want to hand it out to start with. Well, I can say everybody in the chat right now for sure. You should be able to do it through your browser, can't you? Unless you want to use it on your phone, then I think you have to use an app. Okay, cool. Tonight after dinner. Yeah. If Koru's asleep. No, we'll get it working. Because I really want to do this with our community. Not very many of the other readers and stuff do this. So I mean, Queen Kaylin, she does because she's a gamer. So cool, awesome sauce. Our stone. What is the stone for this week? We need a really good one. I think if she would have had more than 100 days, she would have won too. I think she did win, so it's not over. Understand, you guys, she had to do the concession speech. Just stop and think about it. What would have happened if she would have said, no, it was stolen, like Trump has done for every single election he's been in? What would his followers do? So to keep the peace, they've had to play it this way. I'm sure they've gotten intel from international intelligence sources as well. So, okay, what stone do we need, please? Okay, get here. Okay, Imperial topaz. I love it. Look at that card. Uh-huh. Every single fruit of abundance in symbolism is there. Figs, apples, pomegranates, pears, and grapes. Depends on what culture you come from. Well, and the pumpkin as well, because that pumpkin would come from Native American. All the cultures are represented in that card. Isn't that awesome? I love it. It has a Mohs hardness of 8. 10 is the highest you can go. Uh, when we are satiated, when we feel that we have enough, full spirit, full heart, we can relax and offer the abundance to those around us. This is Imperial Topaz's gift, the ability to savor life and take nourishment from its beauty. Topaz helps us find sensitivity within ourselves so we can notice all of our senses and appreciate with our whole being the the minute workings of this world. From this place of abundance we become a cornucopia full of overflowing energy, which can be shared as kindness or courage or wisdom with those around us. There is wonder everywhere. Imperial Topaz whispers, it's up to you to take it in and assimilate it into your heart. That's really cool for November and for fall and for feeling kind of stripped. We're not stripped. We're fine, you guys. That's your birthstone? Topaz or Imperial Topaz? Because I learned they're very different. I'll tell you what the book says about Imperial Topaz. It acts like a battery and recharges spirituality and physically, strengthening faith and optimism. It is an excellent stone for conscious attunement to the highest forces in the universe and can be used to store information received in this way. It reminds you of your divine origins. Imperial Topaz assists, pardon me, in recognizing your own abilities, instills a drive towards recognition, and attracts helpful people. This stone is beneficial for those seeking fame as it bestows charisma and confidence with pride in your abilities while remaining generous and open hearted. It assists in overcoming limitations and in setting great plans afoot. In healing, it regenerates cellular structures and strengthens the solar plexus and is beneficial for nervous exhaustion and insufficient combu- oh, combustion of nutrients. It treats the liver, the gallbladder, and the endocrine glands. That's interesting. And it is, there's a picture of it right there. Kind of a dark gold color. I'm going to have to get some of that. I really like the idea of wearing that. I don't know, just reading that to you, it was soothing. I don't either, Kat. And we don't have to be, because I'll tell you what. I was watching Danny Shea this morning, and he brought up something very, very important for all of us to remember. We are pretty much two kinds of people here in this my community anyway, in my this live stream. We're either light workers or light warriors, or maybe both. I know I'm both. I'm a light worker. I'm working to bring in the light so that everybody can have equal opportunity to get the love and survival and abundance that they desire and need to thrive, not just survive. I'm also a light warrior because for ever since I was old enough to vote in 1976, I have been an activist, not a time to stop. It drives me a little bit nutso that spirit doesn't want me doing um, politics on this channel. It's the channel to get away from it. But today it's the channel to come to heal because of it. And that was my intention setting forth today. So understand, I love you guys. I am so glad you're in this community with me. And even if we end up being the only ones on the face of the earth, which I know we won't be, our little discord is going to grow. And the thing that's going to be really cool about it is we won't have attackers and trolls. We'll have our tribe. It'll be the safe place for people to go. And it's only on invitation only. Yes, it was very, very good. I can tell you, I am both. Absolutely. Most of the time, though, I am the light warrior. I teach about being a light worker, but I carry a sword. You guys have seen it before. Pardon me while I reach down here. Where I got it all blocked off so the cat can't get down here. Oh, that'll come in handy for saving my life. Here's my sword. I'm a light warrior. You want to come meet me? I'm not a Nazi. I sleep with that beside me, and I have since 2016. I bought it because I wanted to do the van life, and I thought, well, it'd be great for, getting kindling and that kind of stuff. You never know what you're going to need, right? Out camping. Well, I don't have a van. I don't live the van life, but I still got my machete. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. And it's more than just her concession speech was more than just her being classy. There's a purpose to it. There's a purpose to it. They're going through the motions, and that's all I got to say. It shows so I've had in the last 10 years 2 very, very, very strong visions, and the one that I got this morning after watching Danny Shea. Of course, now I'm a little more vulnerable to get suggestions from Danny because I've been doing shamanistic journeys with him the last few, 4 or 5 months. But yeah, you guys, there's a reason why it all happened. It has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with Kamala, and it has nothing to do with her supporters. It has everything to do with Marianne from Revealing Light, Tarot and Astrology. There's a mid-range of people, right? Libby, Meister Tarot, she also talks about the mid-range of people. Those people who could have gone either way, or maybe those that just didn't vote at all. Those people needed to be slapped upside the head. And this was the universe's way of doing it. For some cockamamie reason, they thought that they were special and that they were in some special club that it wasn't going to affect them, even the people of color that voted for him. That alone freaks my mind out. But anyway, my point is stand on it for what you believe in, but pick your battles carefully. Um, yeah, they do need to wake up, and they will. They are. It's happening already. Um, the naturalized citizens right now are the ones that are having a rude awakening because they thought when they took that oath, they were set. They didn't realize they took that oath that put them on a list that now he's going to use to deport them. I want to tell you guys too, be very, very careful at what petitions you put your name on. I know it's cool to sign up for stuff, but if it's on the internet, be careful because it may not even be coming from this country. First off, be careful what I have seen several petitions that had to do, they were anti-Trump stuff, and they were from other countries. And what the hell? I am constantly reporting the ads on YouTube, so because I won't give them any money to do their premium stuff. Anyhow, get off of this. I don't want to talk about this anymore. So, good. Good. Yeah, this is not the time to be signing any petitions because all you're doing is just giving them your name. Make it a little easier for them to come and knock on your door. Yep, I don't sign up for nothing either. Well, I signed up for this. But anyhow, let's get some stones here. Reach down in the bottom of the bag. Reach down in the bottom of the bag. What do we get? Okay, first one is friends. Whoa, throw it at the computer, why don't you? That's the danger with using stones. Friends. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for each one of these. Next one is dream. I'm missing the conversation. Sometimes lessons are not necessary for us to learn, but for others to learn. We just play a role in their story. Exactly. That's beautiful. Exactly, Shanita. I have a collection from a couple years ago on my channel called the Lightworkers Roundtable, where I interview 30, I think there's 30 different, maybe it's 29, because a couple of them I've had on twice. But close to 30 different card readers and mediums and psychics. It's interesting. It's an interesting show. I used to do it on Thursday nights live. And if you're interested in seeing what other channels are out there, all the links are in the description boxes and everything. So anyway, ooh, bacon. Ooh, you're not signing up for anything that doesn't involve bacon. And then Rose is all of a sudden going to make rice and lentils with bacon. Oh, that sounds so good. And you guys, I'm not eating flesh anymore. Well, I'm trying. It's hard. So I'm being kind to myself. If I'm getting a craving for meat, I eat it. There's a saying, the innocent pay. Yeah, the innocent pay with the guilt. Come on, computer. The innocent pay with the guilt and share the burdens. So sad, but this is the world we live in. Yeah, sweetheart, you're right. You're so right. I'm sorry, Kat. You know, I don't think anybody really is fine, hon. I have my moments. Are you? You're not going to do it anymore? I thought about it, but I think about that at least once a month. All it takes is getting one derogatory comment or have a video not hardly get watched. And then you wonder, what am I doing all this work for? I'm doing it for the one, two, or three people that watch me. I may have over 400 of them, but they don't watch me. Right now, we have 9 people watching. So, hey, while we're here, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it, please. You got to have protein. Well, I don't do just powder protein. There's beans, right? Beans, rice, lentils, avocados. Gosh, there's lots and lots of sources of well, I used to be a vegetarian for years. So this was just kind of like slipping back into an old overcoat. That it should be a lot easier because now there's vegetarian and vegan selections no matter where you go eat. Last time I was a vegetarian, all I could ever get usually was a dang dinner salad because there was nothing else, you know? So, yeah, feels good. One more card. So one more. Oh, this is an interesting combination. Laugh. Sorry, wisdom. I'm laughing over here. Wisdom. So our cards are friends, dream, and wisdom. I can't hold all 3 up. Friends, dream, and wisdom. Our wisdom comes from friends with similar dreams. That's what I get out of this. The card for friends. I'm going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. I love this deck. Yeah, see, that's the thing. People, we don't realize that when we are choosing to vote or not to vote and who to vote for, we just have a tendency to have blinders on and think it only affects the United States. But as I'm watching the card readers from Australia, they're going through the same exact pain that we are, and it's going to affect their livelihoods because they got elections coming up too in a few months. And this spreads like a virus, but you know what? If it's supposed to heal, it has to remove. And we cannot see what does not have the light shown on it, right? So we need 3 cards. Okay. First one for friends. I get, soul retrieval in medicine position. Our souls are pretty fragmented, and us alone we weren't ready either because we haven't finished our soul work and our energy work yet. That is a part of the shift we're in. See what the book tells me about this soul retrieval card in the medicine position. I know what it says upright, but in the medicine, it says, When did you compromise what you truly believed in to be loved or accepted by somebody? Think back over your life and find the time or times when this happened. Vow never to compromise your integrity again. What have you agreed to in the name of love that you know is deeply wrong? Make it right in this instant. Right side up, this card says you are no longer fragmented. So when you heal this and turn it right side up, you're no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed and the cause of the pain that you feel. So you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Don't be distracted by the little stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden. Wow. Back to where we came from. Every time you compromise a bit of you to make sure somebody else gets what they demand, you notice I didn't say desire, what they demand of you, it makes you feel uncomfortable. You're giving a part of your soul away. You're giving your power away. These low-level beings will try to bring back this hate of others who are different. And even if you're not different, they're going to make something about you be different. My hair turned gray, but it didn't turn gray quite as even as it should have. So let's go get her. Who decides the others? Who is the other? And who is the one that chooses that? And when it comes from a government leader, we choose that. So as you're being reawakened, recharged, and reborn, because that's what we're doing right now, we're just kind of idling while the rest of the figure out what they did. Our soul retrieval is where we need to be focused. We need to go inside and focus on ourselves for now and the healing that we need to finish. There's little bits and pieces of things that need to be brought up and released. That happens every time you have a crisis. You really only can heal what you know. My soul says no to all this BS too flowing. My soul is exhausted. But something else that I have been shown is we talk about the collective all the time. Talk about being part of the collective, being on the web of creation. We actually really are all a part of one shared soul. It's something far greater than each of us. And that includes, it's like, we are all like magnets to each other. I go into a chat and I see one of you guys. It's like, you're the first person I see in that chat because you're a part of me and my life. It started to say livelihood, but you're not, because I don't make any money. It's not a livelihood. It's a livelihood. That's cute. Yes, I choose the light. I don't choose to fight the dark. Some people don't choose to fight the darkness. So flowing is definitely a light worker. She's shining her light, doing her best that she can to do that. Well, me, I'm shining my light and it's reflecting off of my damn sword. My signifier card in the tarot is the Queen of Swords. Always has been. It always comes up for that. So I'm Aquarius. We carry a heavy burden. So, my friends, to go with friends. We're helping each other retrieve our souls in our tribes, in our soul families. The next one was dream. For dream, we get the arrow. And I kind of look at the arrow as like the sword of truth. And you'll notice this arrow is whole. It is not a broken arrow. So this arrow can do damage. You know, the broken arrow is the arrow of peace. So this card is just basically to tell you that it symbolizes the need to set up your creativity free. Now, doesn't that kind of go with dreaming? Where are you most creative? I know I'm most creative in my dreams because they don't always make a lot of sense. Shanita. Last week I got a big cosmic okay to sit my happy ass down and rest. I woke up this morning and told the devil that they need to be scared of me. I'm all rested and ready to go. Hey, girl, I got you. I'm there too. There's one other person. Hey, Tyler, good to see you. Once again, and thank you very much, Tyler, for sending me a little help. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, that just goes right back into my channel. But back to the arrow. This arrow, I am going to say, is to say for the light warriors, may your arrows be straight and true and always find their mark. Now, as a light warrior, there's different types. I am a seed planter. I will ask you a question that will make you ask yourself questions you never thought of over and over again. And you may not even remember I asked you that question until down the road. Clarence Fields! Hey! Good to see you. Yeah, you may not even remember I asked you that question, but I planted a seed in your brain that made you wonder. That's the best I can do because I can't control what you think any more than you can control what I think. Yeah. So this card is saying, set your creativity free, keeping your eye on the prize, yet releasing your intention with full expectation that it will land as it is supposed to. Don't worry about the how or the exact from. It will make its mark and you will have cause to celebrate. I like that card. Yeah, that goes with my dreams. That's my goal. Harmony to celebrate. Sounds like a plan. And finally, the third stone is Ron. Hi, Ron. The third stone is wisdom. Let's see what card we get for that. And then I'll tie that all together into a story. And I don't mean my story, I mean the card story. Okay. Cool. I get the staff. It's kind of like the hollow bone. So we want our arrow to be straight and true. Don't mind me while I'm looking up this. This invitation is to know how to flow easily between polarities, how to weigh all possibilities and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom and take the first step on a journey that your heart has already embarked on. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find that delicate balance between will and surrender. Oh my goodness. It's like our microphone. Stand up for what you believe in, you guys. But like I said, pick your battles very carefully. And as you're standing up for what you believe in, also know that you have to keep a part of you available to listen, um, and to other points of view, because we all need a change of perception from time to time. That's how we grow. So carry your staff, stand on your hill, protect that hill through all the battles. You know, if you're an army, they take this high spot and then they take this high spot and then they take this high spot. They get a little higher each time so they get a better vantage point. That's what the staff is going to show you. The better vantage points, because it's coming from your own inner wisdom. So together, through our friends and our soul family, we are going to be putting our souls back together, retrieving the bits and pieces that we gave away unknowingly and knowingly as well. Because in what we have coming up energetically, spiritually, financially, everything is about to completely change. And we need to have an arrow that is straight and true to be able to develop our dreams. And as we're developing our dreams, we have to do that with the wisdom of understanding how our dream may affect others. Is it just for my good, or does it benefit the whole? Oh, thanks, Clarence. I've had that for a while now. Oh, we get the staff, right? That's our wisdom. Understand that when you gave away those bits and pieces of your soul, we're turning it around and healing it as we can collect it back. That is how we have the opportunity to see straight and true, to reach our dreams with the wisdom and the knowledge that we have been given innately inside. You don't have to search for it, it's there. And when you need it, it will come forward. So, our friends are a part of healing and putting ourselves back together, putting our souls back together, because they're a part of the same soul. We share it. Your soul, my soul, is all a part of a great big one. They may call it the matrix. I don't know. I just have recently learned it as the shared soul. It's pretty fantastic. So that's a pretty strong message in that. And the card on the bottom of the deck is be willing to sacrifice. Be mindful of your attachments. What you think you adore and love and are doing everything to hold on to. you may not really need anymore. And you're so busy not listening, you're not even aware it's not serving your purpose. Because maybe it's a tradition or a habit. Sacrifice those things. Be willing to give up everything that is familiar to you. Because through doing that is how you expand your consciousness. Because what really matters is nothing physical, nothing that is here on this earth, except you and your growth and your journey and where you fit in unconditional love, because that's the whole reason we're here. Feel it, experience it, spread it, share it, and expand through it. Somebody's knocking on your door. Hope it's not the gas company again. She had a gas leak. Somebody in her neighborhood had a gas leak, and the gas company was going door to door to try to find it. That's scary. That's really scary. So where are we at here? We're over an hour. Let me pull some Sacred Self-Care Oracle cards to kind of give you guys some suggestions on what to do this week to help you get through the bumps, the points where you want to just go back to bed and pull the covers over your head. Had several of those the last week. What do we need to do, please? Give us the steps. I'm going to pick 3 cards. Oh, it's so good to see you, Clarence. Saw you the other day. I can't remember what chat we were in. And it was like, Clarence Fields. Clarence was my first friend in the tarot community on YouTube. I mentioned in my chat that I was estranged from my family. And he jumped in and said, it wasn't my chat, it was somebody's chat. Because I didn't have a channel yet. I mentioned I was estranged from my family and that how uplifting everybody was felt good. And Clarence was like, we'll be your family. So every time I see Clarence, it's like, my brother's here. Hi, Clarence. It's always so good to see you. So that's how I've always looked at everybody around here. Y'all are my family. Okay, 3 cards. I'm really into 3 cards today, aren't I? Cool. Do your energy work. Meditate. It's a 22 card, too. Double the love. A lot about love here. That's how we survive all this, y'all. Just focus on love, on loving yourself, being kind to yourself, and taking care of yourself. Keeping your energy buzzing. We do have a whole tribe, Jenny. Keep your chakras humming and buzzing and try to keep them in balance. And when they're out of balance, meditate on it. Find out, ask in your meditation, what is it out of balance? What is it that I need to do to balance it again? It may be something simple as eating a food that is the color of the chakra that is out of balance. I mean, it really, truly, honestly can be that simple. And next, oh, I like this card. Engage your senses. Do some aromatherapy. I am in touch with my senses and find bliss and exploring them. Look at all that. We've got mint, and we've got, I don't know what that flower is, vanilla probably, and orange and lavender. Aromatherapy is a powerful tool to connect with plants, flowers, herbs, and the environment around you. Take time today to notice what you smell. Pay close attention to how different scents make you feel and what memories they trigger. Try going for a walk in nature and breathe in the fragrance of the plants, trees, and air. Tune in deeper with your sense of smell. I'm big on uh, aromatherapy and essential oils and all that. I can't use three-quarters of them anymore because they're toxic to my baby, to my kitty. But the ones I can use, I do. Okay, next card. Hmm, yeah. And don't forget to give yourself a sweet treat. You work hard. Change, going through change, meeting change isn't easy. And even if you're feeling a little bit frazzled, look at her hair. Looks like she really worked hard at making those cupcakes or muffins. Give yourself a sweet treat today. Something you normally wouldn't do. Go get an ice, well, it's the wrong season for ice cream, but go get an ice cream cone or I don't know, go get yourself a sweet treat. Thanksgiving's coming up, y'all. Lots of sweet treats from here for months and months and months. Get a healthy sweet treat today. Maybe focus on the fruit, not the candy. You can put fruit in, do the muffins. Like muffins aren't fattening. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Yes, I have a whole tribe. I do. I have you guys. I have friends. I have my new kitty. I have so much to be grateful for. And the thought of going away and leaving YouTube and leaving my friends and my family, why would I do that to myself? Seems pretty lonely, huh? Oh, again? Oh, this neighbor of Dolly's had a challenge. Two styles of bagels. Which one do you like better? And they invited the neighborhood. Her neighbors are the coolest people. They get together and do movie nights, and they just have good reasons to party. They have a good time together. One neighbor has a nice swimming pool, and she pretty much keeps it open for the neighborhood, for the people that live on the street. I wish my neighborhood was like that. My neighborhood is so busy trying to tell everybody how they need to live that, anyway, they're a typical. My neighborhood's typical. My neighborhood used to be like Dolly's. We used to have block parties where everybody in the whole block was invited, and it was a big potluck and music, and oh, we'd have a great time. Dancing in the street and everything. Those days are gone. I don't think those days are gone forever, though, because here in Tucson, we have a tradition called Tucson Meet Yourself. And I think it's once a month. It's either once a month or once every quarter. All the cultures of Tucson, all the different foods and everything, we all get together downtown and celebrate our diversity. And it's a fantastic thing to do. Go get an Indian taco, Indian fried bread taco, and um, pad thai. You see what I mean? Whatever you're in the mood for, it's a blast. It's a blast, and there's music and dancing and art, and You can buy stuff and street vendors, and that's just a lot of fun. And it's everybody in all their cultures. We have welcomed the refugees of just about everything, from Katrina to Afghanistan. And Afghanistan's the most recent batch we've gotten. So they even opened up one or two of the elementary schools that we had closed because we didn't have enough students. And they turned those into places for the refugees to have to live while they were waiting to go through um, the process. All that's going to be different, but we don't know how different that's going to be, for how long, or even if it's going to be more than a month, a week, or a year. I don't think it'll be longer than a year. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And Dolly and I will get our act together tonight. And trying to think how we can give out the invite. We'll discuss that tonight and let y'all know on her live stream tomorrow. Sound like a plan? I think it does. I think it sounds like a plan. Get our family together in our own little house where we can have our own Thanksgiving. And I love the idea of doing this just before Thanksgiving. Great timing. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I need you. And I don't mean I need you to keep my YouTube channel going. I mean, I, in my heart, need you. Thank you for being my lovely loves, my family, my friends. You guys in Koru are my everything. Please understand that. So, you guys, be kind to one another and understand. Together we will thrive, and you will see this awakening coming. This awakening that is happening is bringing people together. So that's what's going to bring the country back. We have to go through this season of deep change to open eyes and open hearts again. I love you guys. We will see you next time. And don't go anywhere. I'm going to see what I can do about playing some music for you. We'll see you next time. I love you guys.
She dances on the moon. Her spirit lifts up with the tune, spreading kindness.